Hey guys, Buckskin Dave here. How you going? How you guys doing today? I'm happy you could join me. I just got back. I was out seeing how far in I can get to where I was thinking of putting a bear bait this year. Still quite a bit of snow in there. But probably by the time I get my wood truck, I got to get a tire fixed on it. By the time I get my tire fixed on the wood truck, I will be able to get to at least first couple of 3 loads of wood. Anyway, while I was up there, I had the Gemmer with me, and I took a couple of 116 yard, I think it was, no, 116 yard shots across a valley at some big flat rocks about yay big. And this thing's still shooting with the black powder load, 420 grains. It's shooting about 12 inches high at 130 yards, which I didn't mind it high at 25, but I'm going to have to figure out something to do with it. So I brought it back. I'm swabbing it out. What I want to do today is take it out here on my 100-yard gong and see if there's anything I can do to tighten that up just a little bit. The other thing, if you stick around, I'm going to take a look at this spring system, this trigger return spring system that Womack sent me. And we'll take a look at it and see how much it changes. We're going to work with it on that #1 action over there because it's already took apart, and see what the difference that thing makes. So grab a cup of coffee, stick with me. We're going to have some fun today. I knocked off that little bit of the hammer so these 520 grainers fit in. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot a couple and let's see if it'll group, and let's see what it'll do. It's not like this is a rabbit gun, so a 520 grain bullet at the black powder speeds is probably be just fine. Come here, Spoon. Come here. Sit. Let's give her a whirl. I got that same kind of target out there. Ooh, that boot's pretty good. All right. I don't know where they're going. I can't see them. Let's give her a whirl. One more. So that's 80 grains, 3F, 500 and, well, 500 or 520. With the mix I got, it's closer to 520. If you put more tin in it, it'll get closer to 500. I like it with more lead. So let's go see what it did. Not much in the way of a group, but it's still, geez. My aiming point was about right here on this 9 ring. And I got 1, 2, 3 here, and like I say, it ain't much of a group. The 420's actually grouped a little better. So anyway, I wanted to give it a try. I don't believe it's going to be as high, but we'll take a shot with I'll throw a couple out at 100 too, and we'll see what it does. We'll try one of these 100 or 520 grainers out at 100 yards. We'll see what it does. Come here, Spoon. Get over here. Come on, get over here. Good girl. Good girl. Hey! Not bad. I aimed at the bottom of that target, and I'd have to go look. I can't when I get my binoculars. And yeah, I didn't do bad. It hit right. It hit in the orange. About. It's kind of hard to estimate, but because but probably same amount, 5-6 inches high. So I don't know. I guess if you know that, I just got to figure out a way of lowering it. And that's a 520 grain bullet. Anyway, all right. Let's try something else. Okay, so I made the V a little bit deeper in the rear sight, and I lowered the sides a little, and I just put another 520 grainer in there. It's getting tight, so probably need to swab it after this. I don't think I lowered it more than a 32nd, but let's see what happens. These are the same sights that I use on my muzzle loaders, and I get better groups than this out of my muzzle loaders, so I'm gonna have to work on this. But let's try some of them. I'll run a swab down here, and we'll try some of those. Okay. I really like this 420 grain because, well, it's more bullets to the pound, and as long as it's a good, accurate bullet, I really like it. And 420 grains is really all you need. It's all I need on my shoulder. Hey, come over here. Get behind me. Come on. Good girl. You're a good girl. All right. Let's try this one here. Same aiming point. Let's see what it does. All right. There's a hit. Let's see where. Well, thinking it's right on top of one of the other ones. Let's see here. Yeah, they're going to the right just a teensy bit. These are a little high. Let's try another one and see. Keep going over if I aim in the middle of that target, so I'm gonna have to aim at the bottom of that target, which I don't really like. Okay, I aimed at the bottom edge of that target. I tried deepening the notch a little more. It's probably about all I'm going to be able to get away with on that notch. And I swabbed the barrel, so let's try again. All right. I aimed at the bottom of the target, but I had the sight on the target. And that's about where it hit. That might have done the trick. I'm going to have to go up there. So I was aiming at the bottom edge of the target, and by God dang, those last couple shots hit the bottom edge of the target, so that might have done some good, me taking that little bit off and deepening that groove. Sometimes it just doesn't take a lot. I'd like it to shoot, you know, I don't mind an inch or two high at 100 yards because it's still going to be a kill shot on an elk or a bear or a deer, you know, but they were going, if I aim for the center of that steel plate up there, they were going over top. That's too much. So I think I got it now where I can work with it, and that's what you have to do, is just work with it and get to know where your sight has to be to make the ball go where you want. So I'm going to take this in, swab it out. Let's go take a look at that one of Womack's triggers. Come on in. Okay, did you get another cup of coffee? Good. Let's go take a look at that Womack trigger and see what the heck the deal is with that. I got it over here on the bench. So. Okay, got a couple of these, and what he's done, probably should be able to see it in that bag. Instead of having a leaf spring, it's just a little piece of a, well, you can't really call it a coil spring, but it's a piece of metal like a coil spring. And here's the, goes right in there. So let me take this off. We'll pull that one out and let's see what difference it makes. Everybody always says they like to see what I'm doing, and I don't have a problem doing that. It's just that this shop isn't set up for like a movie theater or movie studio. Okay, so there's your flat spring in there, and that's your trigger return spring. So let's take that out. So that spring comes out, that's there. He even gives you a screw. So, okay, so that goes there. So now, so the tip of your spring pointing down goes right on this surface right back here at the back of the trigger. So, oh yeah, my fingers are just too fat and arthritic to do this kind of stuff anymore. Okay, and he sent us the correct size screw. Oh shoot, it's turned over. The spring turned over on me. Okay, let's try her again. All right. That tip of that spring, that has got to face down. And wow. So the way it's set, here your spring goes right down the side here and is right on that part of the trigger. I suppose you could even bend it out a little if you wanted to, but it's working fine right there. Wow, quite a bit lighter, and it does return it. So if you're interested in lightening up your trigger pull on one of these rolling blocks, I'm going to leave that in there because give Ken a call. That's probably the spring I'm going to put in here when I finish this up. what I'll do, I have another one. I bought 2 of them. They were 15 bucks a piece, I believe. And so I have 2 of them. And probably the next time I clean the Gemmer, I'll put one in there. But I got to tell you, that Gemmer, the trigger is very good on it. And I like it. It's not too, you know what I mean? It's not too light, but it's not, you know, you don't have to yank on it. It shoots pretty good. So, well, it's a beautiful day. I'm going to go out and burn just a little bit more powder. I think I got that Gemmer kind of right now. I just got to start shooting at different distances and play with it. So, and it looks like that 520 grain bullet is quite the nice bullet too. So it I don't know. It's hard to consider what the group is out there, because open sights and groups just don't go together. But it seems like I could do a better group with one of my muzzle loaders, and they're the same kind of sights. Anyway, just get used to it and shoot it. So maybe a bear will see what it feels like to have one of them 420s slide right through them. Anyway, I'm Buckskin Dave. I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. I appreciate you stopping in for a cup. Have a great day. Bye.